I branched off and started doing the stand-up, and if I haven't said it, I'm so grateful for all the work that we did together on the road and hopefully continue to do, because I learned so much from you.
Oh, stop it.
No, I did. I do. I learned how you can work a crowd. You know how to work a crowd, and you're so comfortable on stage. And I'm still learning that. I like my little, parameters where it makes me feel safe, like start with this, and this. And you've helped me. And you gave me the best introduction of all time. Oh my God, I didn't know I had performed on all those shows.
What did I say to you?
About she's been on the Tonight Show, Conan, and
I said that,
and starring in all these movies. Although I am writing my autobiographical movie, and it's coming out really good. I just want to put a little plug in.
What's it called?
Right now, I have a working title.
And?
The Cheerleader.
Ooh.
Commercial, yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it's just, getting through the first 50 pages was hard, because you got to go back to the childhood. And
yeah.
But what I'm doing in this, which I'm excited about, is that when an event happens in childhood, then you see me on stage making the material from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, God bless my parents. They did the best they could, but my sisters and I were in an orphanage for a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? So on stage, I say, I have abandonment issues. Sir, could you please sit down? No, you're not allowed to leave. Please, don't leave. Nobody's allowed to leave. So that kind of thing. And
that's true.
Yeah.
Yes, so you're going deep.
Yeah,
that's how
deep, but the funny. Kind of like a Little Miss Sunshine with a little mix of Archie Bunker and All in the Family with a little Rocky going on, and Cinderella at the end.
It's true. You do. You have a Cinderella life right now.
Yeah. Wasn't always that way.
I know.
That's the big guy upstairs.
I know. You do.
And I believe that, a lot of people have been through a lot of stuff. And I just believe it's never too late, to have a good life. I mean, look what you've done. You pretended to be your own agent. Tell that story. Yeah. Have you heard of this kid, Jamie Kennedy? Oh, my God. He's the next greatest.
I was, I couldn't get anywhere. So I was selling toner, which is for a copy machine, which you guys don't even know what that is. And isn't that crazy? And Barry Tracton, who dated your sister.
Yes, Barry.
He was like a great guy, hilarious, like a Chicago scumbag in the best way possible. And he was like, come work with me and you'll get 75 cents a number. And all you got to do is they give you this, like Glenn Gary, he throws a book in front of me and he goes, call these numbers. Get in here at 6 a.m. and just call them for 7 hours. So we're just dialing for dollars. And I was finding my voice, and I was doing, I had voices, and so I someone was in Texas, and so I wouldn't even have a lead. I would just have a number, and it would say so-and-so roofing, let's just say Longhorn, Texas Tile. And I'd call and I'd say, hey, is Dale there? And he'd be like, what? There's no Dale here. I said, well, damn it, Dale's the guy I used to talk to about office supplies. Who do I talk to? Is that you, sir? And he'd be like, not really, but I can. And then I would just start up a conversation. I go, what I need to do is talk to you about your photocopier. And then basically I would say, well, because you need this right cartridge and you got a can. And then I would say, can you read those numbers? This is how scammy it was. Think about this. You assume the sale. That's what I was telling her, saying you just say yes. Assume the sale. That's what you have to do. Everything's a numbers game. So when you go out, if you make a call and you go, hey, so-and-so, and they go, no. And I go, are you interested? And they say no. And they say one more. 3 no's, and you hang up before them. And you don't want to waste your time.
Right.
And so I would go in and I would say, I need to see those numbers on the copy machine. They go, copy machine? What are you talking about? Because we knew they would have it.
Yeah.
And I go, read those numbers, sir. This is important. And he would go, MP 391. I go, okay, that's a Canon X9 model, and what you were paying for your toner was $59.99, but I can get it to you for $49.99. And that was the whole.
That's terrific.
I knew nothing.
And tell them how you pretended to be a big agent.
I was just mine or your pot.
No, sorry.
So long story boring is that it's in my book, but it's funny how many people don't know it. But I basically got a bunch of characters. It was like I was doing open mics at night, going to those places that I was in, trying to get an agent during the day, and during the morning I would call, but I would get workouts. I would work for hours and do different voices and weird shit, and I was on the phone. And then I bought this this book about Think and Grow Rich and making friends and all Dale Carnegie stuff, and just a couple simple things in life. But I was like, why am I selling this stuff? I was getting good at this stuff. I'm like, why can't I look at myself? So the whole book was to treat yourself like a product. So basically, I was selling things that I didn't care about, but I really cared about myself.
Yes.
So then I said, this is before social media. If people don't understand what this is, we never talked about ourselves. We never said, hey, come see me. I'm really good. That's disgusting. To this day, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Even people that humble brag, it's disgusting.
Humble brag.
The people now is like, what it used to be is people would talk about you. You know what I mean? Oh, did you see so-and-so? You killed last night. Oh, thanks, man. No, you really killed. Oh, thanks. I try. I mean, that's how I still try to be. I think I am. But people are like, oh, I killed. And I'm like, wait, were we in the same room?
Yeah.
Like, no.
I'm so wonderful.
Yeah. So we're in a crazy, the narcissism is, we're never going to be able to put that back in the bottle. Yeah. So you couldn't call and talk about yourself because people would think you're a psychopath.
Right.
So what I did was, I had this book, and it's so long to say, but you just look at 5 traits of somebody that has what you want, and then you compare yourself to them, and then you rate. And then, there's one guy I was competitive with. I'm like, I think I'm better looking than him. I'm like, does he do characters? I'm like, no, I do better characters than mine. His jokes, he's got better jokes than me. Can you do impressions? No, I can do it. So I would have 3 to 2. And then you do another 5. And then when you feel like you're beating that person who's successful, then you go, okay, I deserve to be where they're at.
Exactly.
And then your confidence grows just by that knowledge of comparability, which we were not supposed to compare, but I disagree. You can compare all day. It's going to be painful at times. And then I had the belief, and then they said, what is it, the product? What is it that you do? And how is it compared to something else? So I compared myself, and I said, at the time, Robbie Benson was really big, and James Woods was a really great actor, and people have said that to me. So I said, he's a cross between Robbie Benson and James Woods, and people thought that was crazy, but they were interested. So I would just basically call all these agencies. I got a book, and I used that voice because I started practicing different voices, and an old Jewish guy seemed to be the fit. And he was in Boca. He could never leave because his mom had gout and he had to take care of her. And he's retiring, so he was looking to pawn the kid off. He discovered a little theater. And I said, me all this bullshit. I just lie my ass off. And you get in these conversations because people like the character.
Yes.
And it got me into a lot of offices.
That's terrific. I love it.
That's how it started. I mean, it's much more than that, but that's the way it is. I mean, that's you just totally derailed my thought process, but it's good. We're in a different place now. Like, we don't have to go, Mommy, can you help me? Mommy, can you give me $1 for? We're in a do-it-yourself culture now. In fact, even big media, which is dying every day, they want your help more than they're never going to help you. They're never going to help me. They're like, how many followers you got? They're just looking for the secret sauce too. Right. They just have the longer legacy. So I'm all about doing it yourself. I've always have been, but I've tried to bring these partners in, and sometimes it's worked, and a lot of times it doesn't because they're not like us. So, but now I think the whole business is completely disrupted. So I think you have to connect with people that like you, your fans, if you will.
That's right.
And it's and what I love about you is that you stopped and then you started doing comedy again, Can I say later in life?
Yeah, you can say that.
But you really want to do it.
Yeah.
And you really, like, you have a great life, but you really do, you really get into shit. I mean, you don't have to get up. You don't have to get on a shitty plane. You don't have to go and play a fucking fish house. You don't have to listen to critique. You don't have to have weirdos grab you or some club owner say some weird shit to you. But you do.
Yeah.
And you hawk my merch. And that's admirable because you really do want to, you love it.
I'm a comic.
Yeah.
Through and through.
Yeah.
Once you know what you're supposed to do in life, it's such a blessing.
Mm-hmm. It takes a lot of, it's easier. I mean, there's a lot of other pain comes with it, but.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I couldn't be one of these, I couldn't understand what it would be like to be with somebody who's like, has no idea what they want to do in life. That's gotta be a real challenge.